Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel and thanks for logging on. If you enjoy these videos, do me a favor and subscribe to our YouTube channel right here at Watchbox Reviews. I would really appreciate it and I promise to update daily. If you love this watch, you could see it and you could purchase it on our website, thewatchbox.com. And today we are discussing what might be the most underrated and handsome of the current Rolex Oyster Perpetual Cosmograph Daytona models. This is the 116508, launched at Basel 2016. I was actually present for the rollout of this watch, and I've often wondered why people are willing to pay twice list price to get stainless steel when they could have this timepiece. Granted, it's a big upcharge, but in terms of exclusivity, you'll see 20, maybe 30 or 40 of the steel watches for every one of these. This is an exquisite watch. 40 millimeters in diameter, it wears easily on my 16 centimeter circumference wrist. The timepiece is relatively slim at 12.2 millimeters thick, and then there are two ways to measure it across the wrist. If you include just the case, it's only 46.5 millimeters lug-to-lug. That said, you're gonna wear it with the bracelet, especially in precious metal, and the span across the wrist is 50.3 millimeters, which makes this watch still suitable for a wrist as small as 13.5 centimeters circumference. Normally I'd say 14, but I've seen it done, as a couple of executives with the company own Daytonas of these exact dimensions, and they wear well on smaller wrists. So the timepiece has a 20 millimeter spacing between the lugs. Again, academic, you are not going to take it off a solid gold Rolex factory bracelet. The factory bracelet is incredible. It's incredibly solid. The solid end links, solid center links, the milled clasp, as well as, let's be honest, the solid case back of modern Rolex gold watches make them feel like platinum watches on full bracelet from any other brand. It's a handsome Oyster style bracelet, 3-link design, polished centers, polished outer faces, satin shoulders, and then you have removable links fixed by screws, plenty gap on the underside to avoid pinching skin, pulling hair, or trapping wrist heat, so it vents well. And then you have a fully finished clasp that uses a beak and a hook system internally, so it's actually a double lock. The first, and you can hear it snap, uses an articulated lift lock system to open it. You can even see the lift lock pivot as I snap it shut. And then it's sure tight with a second lock, and that is the clamshell. There's a little kerf underneath the Rolex crown of the clamshell, so you can easily open it up. A straight through polish. This is all milled out from solid. And then internally you can see that there are channels leading the spring bar into 3 drilled divots that let you change the anchoring point of the bracelet inside the clasp. And then there's the Easy Link system that gives you 5 millimeters of take-in or take-out tool-free adjustment, and it's the equivalent of adding or removing one removable sizable link. Roll into the case, you can see that it's a gentle and handsome traditional Rolex profile, pre-super case with wonderfully graceful tapered lug profiles. It's slender in its midsection with compound curves, and it does incredible things with light across its polished Rolex yellow gold surface. Rolex making its cases, its bracelets, its clasps, Rolex with its own foundry, even making its own gold. Now, the bezel has a handsome triangular index system, and you won't find that on all Rolex Cosmographs over the year. It's usually a signature of one of the upscale models, generally full gold. The timepiece with a set of crown guards and screw down crowns. Note too that it's a triplock crown with the large central dot among the 3 dots. That signifies a Rolex triplock crown in solid gold. If it were platinum, it would have had big flanking dots and then a small center dot. So you have a triplock crown here, even though the watch is rated at 100 meters. I suspect because of that triplock crown, the watch has an effective water resistance greater than 100. Tachymeter outboard with black lacquered fill. Even in the era of the ceramic bezel, I like the look of metal. It's more coherent, especially when the metal matches the case. The dial, well, this could be called the Golden Hulk. It's a tritone. Let's even expand that. It's a quad tone with white, green, red, and gold. Golden polished chapter rings for each of the registers, golden hands, golden applique indices, golden Rolex coronet, and then you have the splash of red for the Daytona script and the innermost chapter rings of the sub-registers. The action of the chronograph is world class, as the pusher feel and the column wheel action of the in-house caliber 4130 compares to the very best in the business, which, for comparison's sake, includes the Longa Datograph in its caliber L951, as well as the Zenith El Primero caliber 400. Well, this feels just as good as that. Let's hear it. The good thing here is that you can hear and you can feel the quality of the column wheel adjustment. This is no cam chronograph, but some column wheel chronographs do feel a little bit duff, like there's some ropiness to them. This is rifle bolt precise, and it has a vertical clutch, so there's no jump or stagger when the chronograph seconds hand starts. That can be a problem with the lateral clutch, and it was a problem with older Daytonas before the arrival of the in-house caliber, because the vertical clutch can also leave the chronograph running full time with no hazard to the movement. Automatic winding, bidirectional, 72-hour power reserve, 28,800 vibration per hour beat rate. It features 44 joules, 100-meter water resistance as mentioned, and additional toughness in the form of a full balance bridge with a free-sprung index for shock resistance, multiple position adjustment. It's a COSC chronometer, and Rolex uses an overcoil hairspring, so the watch will keep excellent time in any orientation on your wrist or your dresser at night. There's also a parachrom blue oxidized niobium zirconium alloy for the hairspring, so the watch is robustly anti-magnetic. Rolex gets the chronometer certificate and then cases up the movement, finally testing it to no worse than -2 + 2 seconds per day, thus the terminology superlative chronometer, above and beyond the COSC. Go above and beyond with the Rolex Cosmograph Daytona Golden Hulk on the watch box. The Golden Hulk by night with Rolex proprietary Chromolite Blue Lume. I didn't mention it by day, but I'll state it now. The watch also features stop seconds or hacking, so you can set it precisely to a reference time.